Hey, this is Tom, and as expected, Gordon Johnson has started his Pavlovian reaction to what we just saw in China. So the moment we heard the news about the Chinese deliveries breaking records, 67,000 vehicles in the month of September alone for Tesla, I made a video a few days ago and I told you, Gordon Johnson is going to have his Pavlovian reaction trying to explain to you how that is actually a precursor to a Tesla decline in China. And of course, his Pavlovian ass was not late to the party. And now we have a video of him trying to gymnastically fit himself through a shoehorn to a pigeonhole to try to explain how this record-breaking delivery numbers actually justify a bearish look on Tesla in China. So this is going to be a blast. Let's kick it off.
I want to bring in Gordon L. Johnson, research analyst at GLJ. Gordon, good morning to you. We know.
Did anybody else notice that his middle name is L? The man who takes L's for a living has a L for a middle name. I found it poetic, almost like if my dentist was named Dr. Tooth. Doesn't matter. Let's move forward.
Tesla has had trouble with deliveries in the past, but
what are you rambling about, sister? What delivery problems in the past? Which past? Which delivery problems? Can you please specify? The only delivery problems Tesla faced is not having enough of them. There's a 7-month waiting period. They literally can't make enough cars to meet demand. Tesla having delivery problems? I mean, if you're actually saying that Tesla not being able to meet demand is a bad thing, and you want to qualify it as delivery problems, that's going to pretty much make whatever this dude has to say nonsensical. So I honestly don't know what the hell you're talking about, but great journalism right there.
What do these numbers tell you about where the company's at?
And by the way, I just want to point out, it seems like he's doing this interview from his toilet, because this seems like a bathroom to me. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but the size of this room and the whiteness of it, it just seems to me like a bathroom-like room. And it might be very much plausible. There's a mirror behind him. Maybe there's a sink, little sink. I don't know. I just find it amusing. Let's kick it off.
Yeah, I think when you look at the numbers, the analysis is much different than I think what the media and the sell side is putting out. And let me explain. So you have to look at the 3Q numbers in total, not the September numbers, which is what a lot of people are looking at. For instance, in October, their sales in China will probably be down anywhere from 50 to 70%. So
mark these words. Please, somebody clip this and let's watch it again in October. This man has literally made a prediction that Tesla's deliveries in China will be 70% down next month. So they just did a 27% spike from August to September, delivering 67,000 vehicles from 44 last month. And this man is saying they're going to have a 70% drop next month. Now, a lot of people who believe this dude and actually shorted the company based on these predictions are now broke and pretty much homeless. You remember that movie with Eddie Murphy where he was giving out money for the homeless, and this was like the two dudes from Trading Places? Yeah, it's pretty much the same story here. So this is a very bold prediction, let's call it this way. By bold, I mean entirely asinine, but sure, why not? Good luck with it, Gordon.
what happened in 3Q? Well, in 3Q, Tesla lost about 150 basis points of NEV share in China. They lost about 50 basis points of BEV share in China. And for the first time since Tesla's Shanghai factory was up and running, BYD outsold Tesla in battery electric vehicle cars. BYD, let me look at my numbers, sold about 92,000 electric cars in 3Q. Tesla sold about 73,000. So Tesla's market share is declining in China. And that's...
So I just want to understand something here, Gordon. Not that I'm putting doubt in your financial gymnastics, which you love to do, but how the hell did you come up with these numbers? So he's saying that Tesla sold 73,000 vehicles in China in Q3. Now, Q3, to my understanding, is July, August, September. So I don't know how much they sold in July, but in August they sold 44,000 vehicles. They just sold 67,000 vehicles in September. By my math, that's 111,000 vehicles just in August and September. So I honestly don't understand where he's coming up with these 73,000 numbers. So if BYD indeed sold 90-something thousand vehicles just in August and September, Tesla sold more. So I really don't understand where this man is getting his numbers from. Um, it's a mystery. Nobody knows. Ooh.
Despite the fact that they introduced the Model Y SR Plus, which was 20% lower than the Model Y available in China before 3Q. So they had a new model in China. Their market share fell, and they sold roughly 11,000 more cars 2Q to 3Q, and versus 1Q they sold about 3,000 to 4,000.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know, Gordon, because you're full of shit. What the hell are you talking about? Just in the month of May, I'm looking at my numbers, who actually come from a credible source. I don't know where you're getting your numbers from, but based on my numbers, Tesla delivered 22,000 vehicles in the month of May this year. 22,000 vehicles in May. Fast forward, just to the month of August, they doubled that. 44,000 vehicles in August. Fast forward to September, they tripled that. So these guys tripled their deliveries from 21 to 67 in just 4 months. To say that this is an indicator of market share loss is probably one of the craziest statements I've ever heard in my life. I'm not going to lie. But even that might not be entirely incorrect. Even if the percentage of the Tesla market share in China is coming down, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying that this is right, but let me just explain a few things. While the Chinese electric vehicle market is expanding at an alarming rate, it's going crazy. More and more Chinese people are buying electric vehicles, so the market, the total addressable market, is growing like crazy. So you can look at the percentage of Tesla from the entire market, and you can say, well, the percentage is coming down. Look at how much cars they're selling. They just tripled their deliveries in 4 months. So they have a smaller percentage of a much, much bigger market. That's as simple as that. There's nothing complicated about Gordon. Why can't you see numbers as they are? Simple.
So the point is, when you take a step back and you consider their market share is falling, also consider when they launched the Model 3 in the first quarter of 2020, the sales of that car over 3 quarters versus the Model Y in the first quarter of 2021, the Model Y sales are down 50% versus the Model 3 sales.
The man is extracting the most irrelevant, convoluted stats to make it seem as if Tesla is really hurting and taking a hit. Remember, just simple math. 21,000 vehicles, 22,000 vehicles in May, 67,000 vehicles in April. That's a 3x deliveries versus what they had just 4 months ago. Nobody's losing market share. Nobody's hurting. In fact, if he's resorting to doing, bathroom interviews, I guess he's the one who's hurting, and I guess it's okay that he feels salty, but I mean, these financial gymnastics is getting out of hand.
The actual demand for Tesla's cars in China is imploding. So I think that's a key point.
How, mother lover? There's a 7-month waiting period for a Tesla. How the demand is imploding? What the hell are you rambling about? I don't understand this man. He used to be such a good analyst.
Point to look out. Market share loss, BYD taking over as the BEV share leader and selling.
Yeah, and the Easter Bunny is going to come and the aliens are going to take market share.
Total amount leader in China, and their growth slowing in China. So I think the numbers are far less.
How is their growth slowing in China? I'm going to say it again. They grew 27% in deliveries from last month to this month. They tripled deliveries from May to September. How is it slowing down? Do you not understand what slowing down means? Maybe like in the opposite world, the upside down world? What the hell's going on?
Less optimistic than people are painting.
Really fascinating stuff. What do you make of what's happening in China in general?
Really fascinating stuff? Golly.
Not necessarily in terms of the electric vehicle sales, but we're seeing China, the government, cracking down on industries across the board, not just tech, but also a company which tutors kids. Are you concerned at all that perhaps they are going to crack down on Tesla or some of the automakers?
If there's a lab question, you just heard it. That's the most lab question she could have made.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at auto sales in China, they were down roughly 16% in the third quarter. Keep in mind, right? You probably won't even believe the statistic.
No, we won't believe the statistic coming from you. For sure. You called it. For once, I agree with Gordon. I'm not going to believe the statistic.
In 3Q, Tesla was just 1.5% of China's auto sales, total auto sales. These are things that nobody who's looking at these numbers are talking about. Everybody who looks at Tesla always wants to paint a positive picture. So
No, it's because they're fucking killing it and you just refuse to see it. And let me tell you a little story. If one guy comes up to me and tells you, hey, you're drunk, it's meaningless. One guy's opinion. If two people are saying that, you should pay attention. If everybody's saying you're drunk, that means you're drunk, motherfucker. That's as simple as that.
People looked at the September number. They didn't look at the prior 2 months, which were horrible, when they talked about that.
How were they horrible? They sold 44,000 vehicles in August.
And now in 2022, with no new models coming, there's no new Tesla models coming. You have the Mercedes EQC line coming in China. You have the Audi built in China cars coming. You have Ford coming. You have BYD ramping new models. NIO, Li Auto, Xpeng ramping new models. So no.
I think it's pronounced Xpeng, but whatever. So we've heard this mantra many times before. I've been hearing it since 2015. The competition is coming. The competition is almost here. The competition is right here. They're banging on the door. The Germans are coming. I mean, bro, now it's the Chinese are coming. Give it a break. I mean, we've been hearing this competition is coming for years. They can come all they want, but it's not going to help them overcome some basic truths, which is Tesla has the best vehicles, reasonable priced, the best as far as maintenance and safety, and the best infrastructure and software. Now, the only reason, I'm going to say this again right here, I said it yesterday, the only reason people are buying other EVs is because they can't get a Tesla. If Tesla could meet demand, they would have sold 80% of the market, of the EV market. I'm telling you this right now, make it a clip. Post it online. Let's see if I got it right or wrong. Now, we can sit here all day and just listen to this guy do financial gymnastics. I mean, he's good at it, but the problem is that the facts don't lie, the numbers don't lie, and the numbers just say one thing. Tesla is killing it. This guy is making interviews in the fucking bathroom, what seems to be a bathroom. So I think we know who's winning and who's taking a middle name L.
I'll be back.